Aloha, namaste. My name is Satyam. Today we're going to be looking at Sutra 2.2 from the Shiva Sutras. The sutra itself reads, Prayatana Sadhaka. Prayatana Sadhaka. Go ahead and try it yourself. Give it a shot. Prayatana Sadhaka. So prayatana is the Sanskrit word that means pauseless effort. So this kind of pauseless or relentless effort of the yogi yields sadhaka. Sadhaka translates to being attainment of God consciousness, enlightenment, realization, spiritual growth. So pauseless effort yields this spiritual growth we're seeking. And so just as a reminder, these Shiva Sutras are about 1,000 years old. They were discovered in Kashmir, India, on a rock. And so you can see in this image, sort of the idea is Prayatana Sadhaka would have been encarved in this rock amongst many other sutras, but that's what this one would have said. And then from that sutra, Shea Maharaja, 1,000 years ago, helped interpret and helped people explore these sutras by giving us references to other ancient yoga texts that support it, such as the Sri Tantra Sabdava, which has a couple of really fun analogies, like the arrow from the bow analogy, the vulture eating the meat analogy, that you'll see in this sutra. So those are helping to explore Prayatana Sadhaka. Other concepts that come up is this idea of a thrust of awareness or natural effort infused with intense desire. That also helps you understand this sutra. For today's discussion, I've chosen to focus on yet another part of the interpretation of this sutra, which is Anusamdhitsa, the idea that reflective movement can also help you explore the concept of Prayatana Sadhaka and can help you practice it in your life. Why did I choose reflective movement? Well, I teach a lot of yoga, right? And yoga is a big part of our practice. And I've always found that the more reflective, the more internally reflective my practice is, the more beneficial it is to me. And then that practice can lend itself towards practical aspects of everyday life, being more reflective in all these different aspects. So reflective movement is a really great topic for a lot of us, something that all of us could really benefit from. Reflective movement. Anusamdhitsa. Because moving is something we do every day, all day long, right? Well, maybe on a good day we move all day, but on a lot of other days, maybe not so much. Sometimes you get that little buzz from your watch or from your phone that's like a brisk 20-minute walk would complete your circle. So some days are better than others. But in any case, something that is true, every time you are moving, you're moving usually towards something you want, or you're moving away from something you don't want. Sort of like how Black Friday might give you a deal of a salad spinner that's like on this great sale, and you're like, oh, my mom would love that, or oh, I really need that, mine just broke, and you're like, it's totally worth the lines, I'm gonna get a great deal on this salad spinner. And then you go and the lines are like, oh God, get me out of here, I don't want to be here, and you're running away from that object. So it's like this push and pull, right? This push and this pull kind of mentality in the sutras is called accepting and rejecting. And when we're in this accepting and rejecting mentality, it leads to actions that get, for no better use of words, they get very accepty and reject. Accepty and reject. One leaves you spun out, the other's just lame. Accepty and reject. But seriously, the idea is that when you live from a place of accepting and rejecting, your thoughts get very patterned and crystallized, your actions get very patterned and crystallized, and if you find yourself doing stuff like this throughout the day, it's probably because you're moving in this crystallized way. And guess what? Those are actually in your thoughts first. So let's take a look at the map of creation according to Kashmir Shaivism, the tattvas. And this is something we've been looking at for a couple of years together in our philosophy presentations. Could be new to you. Maybe it's your first time. Maybe you've seen this quite a few times. No matter what, it's a lot of information, okay? This egg represents all of creation, starting from the very top when consciousness has yet to even manifest as form, and then going through this process of manifestation into all the myriad of objects you see around you. We're going to focus right here at the top 5 tattvas, they're called, as a way of really understanding how we're getting locked into this patterned accepti and rejecti movement. So if you look here, you can see that the very first 2 tattvas are Shiva and Shakti. Those are actually indestructible tattvas. These exist always and forever. They're not actually even created in a sense. Okay? So from Shiva and Shakti, which are always together but separate just for the sake of philosophy discussion, the very first created thing in reality at any given moment is the will. And this is the big will. Not that big will, but big will. The big will meaning the will that truly manifests from their reality. Because when you want something, where does it come from? Does it come from your thoughts? No, it's like before your thoughts. Like, I want, I need, I have to have, I'm thirsty. Where does that come from? It's like this inner place that becomes a thought. And that's our next tattva. The thoughts form the next tattva. So you have this will, you have this urge, you have this need, and it forms a thought. You know, oh, where is my water bottle? And then that forms an action of reaching for water or looking for your water bottle, for example. And so this sutra is sort of getting us to look back at this, the way things are manifesting, it's this will becomes a thought, becomes an action. And so if we're able to bring more awareness to our actions, we'll bring more awareness to our thoughts, and we'll be working our way back up towards pure awareness itself. So this sutra is asking us to work our way back up the tattvas. Does that make sense? The idea is that we get too easily caught in tattva 4 and 5. Okay, these tattvas are thoughts and actions. Where did I put that water bottle? Where did I put that water bottle? And you find yourself walking around repeating this thought, where did I put my water bottle? Repeating this action of looking in all these little nooks and crannies for that water bottle. Okay, and this gets us more and more contracted. Oh, was it by the bench? I will go by the bench. Oh, was it over here? I will go over here. And it keeps us in this sort of contracted space. So the sutra is saying, what if we switched it up? You know, what if you need that water bottle? Where did that water bottle go? You need that water bottle. And instead of contracting your vision and contracting your thoughts, what if you took a deep breath and uncontracted? What if you widen your vision? And what if instead of repeating, where's my water bottle? Where did I put it? Where did I put it? What if you even relaxed your mind and kept that uncontracted, softened? Do you think you'd have a better chance at finding that water bottle? I think you would. And you know what's really interesting? When you look for your water bottle like that, you don't lose other things along the way. Oh gosh, now where's my wallet? Do you know what I mean? So you may or may not find the water bottle, but what's really interesting is you're uncontracting your thoughts and your actions, and you're really starting to feel how, I can bring my practice with me on my daily pursuits. And there we have our concept of Anusamdhitsa. So Swami Lakshmanju writes in Sutra 2.2, in Sanskrit, this state is called Anusamdhitsa. By holding the very beginning of that movement, the goal of uniting the seeker of God consciousness with the God consciousness he or she seeks, that goal is achieved. How? By holding the very beginning of the movement. How do we hold the beginning of the movement? Well, that's exactly what we did when we took a deep breath and we uncontracted. We held the beginning of that space. You know, we can look for our water bottle, but we keep holding that uncontracted beginning moment before it starts to contract. We're really reaching up the topic map here. We're bringing extra awareness to the moment before we move so that that awareness follows us into our movements. This pauseless effort starts to occur as we consistently take that one moment breathe, and then move, and then take another moment, breathe, and then move, and etc. down the line. It starts to come with us. But you're asking me, okay, I can take a breath before I move, I can take a breath before I look for something or go into a yoga posture, but what about like in the middle of my day? Like when I'm in the middle of a lot of movements, how can I hold the beginning of a movement when I'm in the middle of movements or in the middle of my day? I mean, are we in some kind of like trippy M.C. Escher painting here where I'm somehow in the middle, but I'm also at the beginning and I'm also at the end simultaneously? That's sort of trippy. It's like, am I literally like endlessly falling from the middle? I'm always in the middle of this thing falling down towards an endless beginning, etc. No, it's not an Escher painting. It's your life, okay? So no problem. Everything's going to be fine. You can hold the beginning while you're in the middle, and you will actually reach your destination. It's not some kind of trippy psychedelic thing like this. And you can do it so easily through this Paul Rep's poem. Smooth or slow motion cures commotion. Slow motion cures commotion. What does that mean? How does that relate to this idea of pauseless effort? Why would moving smoothly or slowly create pauseless effort that would eventually yield this attainment that we're seeking, or yield the water bottle we're seeking? That's because slow and smooth motion requires constant reflection. If I want to move smoothly, I can't just reach for what's in front of me. I have to reach from where I'm at to where I'm going. To move smoothly requires presence. That's prayatna. That's pauseless presence. And when you do that, as Paul Rep says, it cures commotion. What's the commotion it's curing? Shakiness? Maybe a little bit, but the commotion it's curing is your mind becoming still. Slow, smooth motion cures commotion of the body, right? Which cures commotion of the mind, right? Which allows you to rise up yet another layer to that pure will, pure being. So moving smoothly on this horizontal level can calm not only our physical practice, moving smoothly calms our mind, and moving smoothly brings us more into a state of presence. And so prayatna sadhaka is absolutely available to all of us all the time. It only requires that little turn of awareness. One way you can explore it is through movement, through reflective movement, by simply taking a breath before you move and then trying to bring that awareness with you as you move. It might slow you down a little bit. Smooth motion might slow you down a little bit, but you'll get to your destination. And the really fun part is you won't just find your water bottle at the end of this journey. You'll actually find yourself too. Let's try it. Let's do a little 30-second practice, okay? So we'll do a really simple twist from right where you're sitting. Go ahead and take your, I won't be mirroring, just take your left hand and put it on your left knee. Take your right hand and put it to the side of you with your fingertips extended. And now, don't worry about slow motion. Don't worry about smooth motion. Just think, I want to go into a twist. And I want you to just twist to your right. Just twist to your right. Twist over. In fact, a lot of people, they would say twist and, really look behind you and bring this shoulder to that spot. Just twist, twist, twist. Okay, so that's sort of your generic yoga style. Very object-oriented, very externalized. Now, let's just apply some of these principles. Take your other hand, your right hand, put it on your right knee. Take your left hand, put it beside you over here. Okay, and we'll take that initial breath before we even move. Take that one breath to the heart. And feel how that naturally lengthens your spine up a little bit and just sort of carry that length with you. Exhale gently. And then begin the twist, but I want you to really feel the twist beginning. So I want you to start twisting to your left and just be a part of that twist. Just gently lengthening and twisting And feel how even your hands are participating. Feel how your sit bones are pressing. Feel how your spine is lengthening. Feel the muscles of your back working. And just enjoy the twist. If you'd like to go deeper, go a little deeper. If you'd like to stay where you're at, stay where you're at. But just participate in this twist. Allow the neck to naturally follow. And now, when you come out, focus on just that smooth, slow motion. That slow motion as you come out, and just feel your body untwisting. And feel how different your experience is in this simple moment. You were present for more of that twist on that side, I bet. Throughout our day, we're reaching for objects. We twist to get physical relief to our body. But interestingly enough, what we're really reaching for isn't an object. It's our own awareness. And so smooth motion, slow motion, this prayatana, this pauseless effort, it's the effort, it's the way we work that yields the goal we're really seeking. And so from there, I'll leave that with you. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you so much for tuning into this. I hope that was illuminating on your pursuit of either reading the sutras or simply motivating your meditation practice. So, namaste.